This program is brought to you by the Treasure Valley Roller Girls. The Treasure Valley Roller Girls are the official sports partner of the Treasure Valley View. Catch them in action Saturday, August 11th with a doubleheader at the CenturyLink Arena in downtown Boise. Advance tickets are just $10. Doors open at 6. First bout starts at 7 with the main event at 8:30. Visit them at treasurevalleyrollergirls.net or find them at Facebook/Treasure Valley Roller Girls for more information.
Well, hello, there you are again. I have for quite some time wanted to actually have conversation with, and now I get to, and she's on my show today, Miss Sharon Ullman. She's the county commissioner of Ada County still until January.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Okay, well that's, so you had another election and then you're going to be able to move on to something bigger and better come January.
Absolutely.
But until then, I really would like to know exactly what, now government is a huge thing.
Absolutely.
And that's a lot to cover, but we're not covering government, we're covering a commissioner. So what exactly, what does a commissioner do?
Well, let's talk a little bit about what Ada County does.
Let's do
Counties, there are 44 counties in Idaho. We are the local branch of state government. Most of what we do is mandated by the state legislature.
Oh, okay.
And we can do it in different ways, but most of what we do is mandatory. And there are 9 county elected officials, 3 county commissioners, and then 6 what are called row officers: the sheriff, the coroner, the prosecutor,
Okay.
the clerk, the assessor, and the county treasurer.
And all of those have to be elected.
And those
Is that
are all
correct?
elected positions.
Okay.
There is a provision that there can be alternative forms of county government, but to my knowledge, no county in Idaho has ever adopted one. So every county has those same 9 elected county officials.
So a coroner has to be elected?
Absolutely.
Wow, that'd be a tough race.
Well,
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think that frequently there's only one person who runs for the seat when it comes to coroner.
Well, then it sounds like that might be the one I'd want to try to run for.
But then
I
you'd
don't
have
know.
to do the job.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not.
Hey, well, yeah, maybe not. Okay, so then as a commissioner, then what does that mean that you do specifically?
We, the 3 of us, set the budget for the county every year.
Tough job.
It is a tough job. We have a $193 million budget this current year, and the next fiscal year it will be over $200 million. And we have to decide where those dollars go to do all those things we're mandated to do.
So like the schools and all
No. Schools are not part of the county.
That's
Schools and cities have different elected groups. We don't run those. We run all of the county functions.
Oh, got it.
And so we're talking about development services. We make decisions on development, on growth for unincorporated Ada County.
Okay.
We run all of the administrative functions: purchasing, training, risk management, human resources.
Oh, okay.
The IT department, computers and software.
Right.
That's under our administration.
Okay.
We also have EMS, so your local paramedics. The 3 of us are responsible for that group of people. We've got the Western Idaho Fair and Expo Idaho.
Ooh, that's coming up here pretty quick.
That is coming up.
Hey, can you get us connections to that?
We'll see.
While you're
We'll work on it after the show.
All right, I'm going to hold you. You saw
Okay.
it here live. She said she's
We'll work
because
on
we
it.
kind of came up with an idea that
You know,
we'd
it's
like
not
to
that
go in there.
expensive. We have tried. One of my goals through all my years in county government has been to keep the admission prices low at the Western Idaho Fair.
I don't
wanna
care
make sure
about the
that
admission. I want to
county-
eat.
Oh, okay. Well, those prices.
We want to get that on camera and then go on a ride afterwards to see the effects of.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, I'm
Wouldn't
not doing it.
recommend
Joey is. I just
Okay,
thought that
as
would
long
be
as it's
funny.
not you. That would
no, it's not
probably
going to
be
be me.
fun.
Okay, so then, and you and I were talking about health care.
We are also we've got weed, pest, and mosquito abatement, and the landfill, and all these responsibilities. But one of the things most people are unaware of is that we have an indigent services department. So particularly with regard to medical
And indigent
bills,
means like not
that you
necessarily homeless, but you just can't afford
medical. Particularly medical,
Okay.
mental health. Occasionally we'll pay someone's rent or an electric bill, but primarily we're talking about medical bills.
Okay.
And so they will file with us, or the hospitals will work with them to file, and we have a $12 million budget this current fiscal year.
$12 million.
$12 million.
Which, in the big scheme of things, I've been to an emergency room, and those bills are crazy high.
Those bills are crazy high.
But you go there when you just don't have very much more of an opportunity. I mean, you're like
That's
sick
the
and you go
problem.
there.
That is exactly the problem. We don't have enough access to preventive care in the community. So I actually came up with an idea of using Idaho State University students to do free preventive care screenings.
What a great idea.
We've had almost 400 people screened, some of whom their health was in such bad shape. It is said to me by the medical people that their lives were literally saved because they went to these free screenings.
Yes.
So the program has been successful in that regard. But then we also have partnered with Garden City Community Clinic, Family Medicine Residency of Idaho.
Had, like Steve Reams was on the show.
Steve Reams from Garden City. And we have helped to fund them so they can expand their availability of services. Now, I have some friends politically who say government shouldn't be in the healthcare business. We can argue that until the cows come home. But the bottom line is,
I think the cows have come home.
Well, we have to pay for it. The federal government mandates that the healthcare providers at the hospitals provide the service, and the state mandates that we pay for it. The county and state taxpayers pay for it. So I want to reduce the cost and have a healthier community.
Because it's got to come from somewhere.
Exactly.
It really does.
Exactly.
Sharon, you and I could talk forever, and I would actually probably love to have you come back on the show because there's a lot of things that we could talk about. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where they can maybe send you a little love note because I just love you, or maybe just reach out and touch you. I know that you're available on Facebook, but email. Could we send you an email, and where would that be?
Absolutely. That would be Sharon U, SHARONU at AdaWeb, ADAWEEB.net. And I love to hear from folks.
Okay, well, maybe you could put together a dodgeball team and come out and hang out with us on
that would be interesting. I'm very competitive.
I've heard that about you. I've heard that about you, and it would be fun to have you come out and see us.
That would be fun.
Well, thank you very much for joining us here, Sharon. We appreciate it, and we'll be right back after these commercial breaks.